So welcome back live here on Premier Sports. We've had one or two technical issues a little earlier, but we brought you the whole of the first half, and now here we are back live, the second half of this Northern Rail final. Leigh leading Batley by 13 points to 6. A place in the final on July the 20th may be sorted in this next 40 minutes. It might take overtime, it might take a golden point, who knows, but we'll bring you the action whatever and wherever. Brian Noble and Andrew Henderson have been watching that first half intently, of course, and enjoying it as it's gone along as well. It's hard to call at this stage, isn't it?
I think Leigh have a slight advantage, not just on the scoreboard. I think they've looked dangerous when they've been in Batley's half, and probably look like they'll go again and cause some problems. And Batley have been a little bit disjointed and don't look quite as fluent in the attacking zone.
Here's Moore with a kick away, which is looking to find a bit of ground. McNally with a trap, the football-style trap, and then looks it up and runs it back at that Batley line. Davis in there amongst the defenders. Here's Littler running it away from dummy half. Pick up it again, looking to catch Batley flat here, Steve Maiden.
Well, Davis pulled out the tackle because he thought he was offside, didn't he? I don't think the referee called him, but he thought he was, so didn't make a play.
Ridyard offering it to the two on the inside, and then looking for the big man to try and make a dent here. Well, the only thing you missed tonight watching here on Premier Sport, the only thing you've missed is our ugly mugs, so you've not missed much. You've seen all the action.
I think ugly's been a bit controversial there, Dave. Maybe in your case.
Have you looked at him there, Hender? Here's a good pick-up from Miles Greenwood, runs it back, and a very good return from Miles Greenwood as well.
It was a good return. His defenders got back and are allowed to get back in the situation that they did.
There's Johnson suggesting he might try the offload, but some few hearts in mouths. Certainly from a Batley point of view, we'll be glad that he didn't, because it was he didn't look on. Here comes Davis again. He was a tough customer.
I don't know whether you agree, Brian, but I think both coaches will be pretty happy with the way they're defending when either side's coming out of yardage. So there seems to be a good contact, good line speed. They're limiting the yards from both sides.
Well, that was good from Rowe with a hit up and then the offload, and Ben Black trying to take it on a stride or two.
I think that Batley's best chance of success. I think if they can get themselves an offload or two and
not like that though.
Back to one.
Keegan Hurst has dropped it, back to one. Leigh back in position. Gardner has it. 40 metres out, 6 tackles from here. An early strike could be crucial. Spencer up and plays. This now is Ridyard. McNally in the line, the fullback, grabbed out and pulled down by Aidan Farr. Still being pushed back here. The referee shouted held. The Leigh player's complaining that the shout have held, and then Aidan Farr, I think, complaining that the Leigh player had moved off the mark, not realising that they pushed him back a yard or two. Here's Besic now, 20 metres away. Littler. Strong effort by him, 10 metres from that Batley line. Besic again. This is Ridyard. Ridyard across. They seem to have numbers. McNally's dropped it. Might have been stripped here by Ben Black, but the referee says it was knocked on. And Batley congratulating each other. They get the header feed. They get a little bit of a tussle going on as well.
Yeah, there is. There's a few exchange of words. It's getting quite heated out there.
I think you clearly see Black here, plays at the ball, pulls it out, but it's a loose carry. Does he pull it back to his own line, or is it a knock on? McNally. Come on, Hendo, you ref.
Oh, it is a toughie, isn't it? He does. You see, he comes out and he does. He's not attempting to make the tackles. He's attempting to knock that football out. So for me, if it's come out from Black there, it's gone backwards, play on it. McNally dies on it. It probably should be play on, shouldn't it?
Scrum down. Batley ball.
This is June, by the way, isn't it?
It's June-ish.
Does he hit the arm? Does he hit the ball or hit the arm? Hits the ball, doesn't he?
Have a look at this. It's like a November evening, doesn't it?
Tell you what, it's warming up this game. There's been a few verbals at the scrum and a few handbacks.
It's definitely spicy. Don't worry about that. There's been a couple of exchange of words from a few players out there, and a couple of high challenges as well. And no love lost between these two sides, that's for sure. It's semi-final football. It's intense.
Flanagan lining up a dummy half again here, behind Ash Lindsay. Here he goes, has a little bit of a duck, but held on to, but Keegan Hurst was there in support. Flanagan's just walked into Tom Spencer, as if to say, listen, young fella, Don't do that again. Here from acting half this time, it's a kick by Moore. It's taken by McNally. He'll run it back. It's a decent chase. And Hurst looked as though he might have been high.
Yeah, it's big on little. Can sometimes look awkward, I think. McNally's going to ground as well, isn't he?
Yeah, good tackle there from Bretherington.
Wait and go.
Step by Powell.
Move. Go.
40 metres out. Here's Duffy, who has left it behind, and he's knocked it on in the process. So another little moment of high fives amongst these Batley players. They're celebrating these moments of Leigh handling errors, as if they'd scored a try for themselves. But these are big moments in a cup tie.
Well, they can be. You've got to take advantage of them. He drops it cold, I think. Alex Rowe's on a mission to cause as much damage as he possibly can in this 10-minute spell.
There's John Keir up on the gantry looking on.
Out.
Here's Fowl. Holden Fowl, one-time Leeds player, of course, back in the day. It's been at Hunsted and Doncaster and Dewsbury, and here comes Davis. John Davis.
Stay square. Wait.
Flanagan. Trying to make things happen here through Ash Lindsay, who's on another stride or two.
Go.
Flanagan again. Now Moore with a step. Tries to get on the inside, but he's dragged down to the ground by Tom Spencer.
4 plays gone now. They've not really asked any questions of this defence.
Oh, Moore at Rowe rather timing his run. So when Black tried the pass, it hits the prop forward.
You may have called it there just after half-time, Brian. You thought that Batley looked a little disjointed at times and not offering much in attack, and I think that was evidence there on that set. You know, they've had a fantastic opportunity. It was important they got to a good outcome at the end of the set where they pinned them a metre from their line, got a repeat or whatever. Just ask some questions of that Leigh defensive line. They did 4 carries there where they just went one out, and offered nothing there, and then all of a sudden their next big attacking play, they come up with a poor execution and overrunning the play, and like you said, just looked disjointed.
Wait. That's great, mate. Really good. Really good.
I was waiting for an I agree, though.
Move! Wait! Go!
None forthcoming.
I was waiting for I concur, but...
Really are. Out it goes. Look at the numbers they've got here now. All of a sudden it's opening up Batley's defence. Well, had that ball gone out? Maybe. As it is, it's not a bad position Leigh are working from here. Bezic. Driven in. Up and just beyond that halfway mark. Kick. Finds Greenwood in position here. Running it back.
That's one! And move, Leigh! Wait.
I personally think Batley have to score next in the light of this game, and I know that's different to what we've seen right throughout the season. We've seen swings and play go one way and the other, but I just think the weather conditions and to stay in this game and to give them real hope, they have to score, because I think if Leigh go 3 scores up, I think it'll be too much.
No, it's fine.
The way that, you know, that Leigh are offering something and Batley aren't offering something.
No, I agree. I think, like you said, I mean, they've got that with that field goal just before half-time. It does mean that Alex Rowe comes up with a loose carry. They've been guilty of this on a few occasions, their big fellas. Keegan Hurst and Alex Rowe come up with a few loose carries and knock-ons. But you're right there, Brian, with the field goal they got just before half-time. That means that the opposition Batley have to score twice if they're going to win this game. And like you say, if Leigh can extend their lead with another try conversion, I just can't see Batley scoring more than 3 tries to win this game.
Come on. Yeah, good. Out.
And remember that penalty miss as well in the first half, how different
You're on him.
the game will be looking at the moment now. Had that gone over off the boot of Gareth Moore, it would only be the 1 score game, a little more tense under those circumstances. Here's Pownall.
Well, what would the outcome would have been if they had played on?
Yeah, all ifs and buts, isn't it? All ifs and buts. Here's Ryan Duffy. Bezic up at dummy half. This now is the young man Spencer. 1 lung-busting effort against Warrington earlier this week. Here he is involved in a cup semi-final. Bezic throws it back to Ridyard, who tries to get it on in terms of Tommy Golden, but he can't quite keep hold of it, Tommy Golden.
Open for him.
And that's my point about the weather and the slippy circumstance. You know, Leigh look like they're going to score when they get near. If they can just get one of those to stick, that they're creating openings in the Batley defence. And Batley just, although their will and their effort is first class and exemplary, I just think they're hoping for a break. Somebody's going to make a half break, or an offload might get into that. They're relying on something's going to happen for us guys, and it may well happen for them, but I think there's got to be a little bit more structure to try and create an opportunity, maybe from a kick play.
Possibly.
Here's foul.
They need to be more productive, certainly when they're in good ball.
Go.
Black.
No, good.
Hit from dummy half. Here's Walton, Jason Walton.
Surrender and release. Go.
Good play. Taken on by Johnny Campbell, a stride or two here.
Hey!
Searching their way towards
Wait.
the halfway line. Here's Byron Smith.
Good defence from the Centurions there.
Get that into you.
Go.
Bezic and Ostick involved there.
5.
By the
Move.
way, just for the sake of clarification, if you're seeing a number 35 out, well, I'll tell you in a minute after this kick. Here comes the big kick
Baz.
from Ben Black. Where's this coming down? He's not got a lot of distance on it, has it? It's allowed to bounce. Black's underneath it. Touches it on. Surely went forward. It did. Into the hands of Walton, and it will be Leigh's scrum down, head and feed. So just to reiterate, that there might be some confusion because we've got a number 35 on the pitch at the moment in Leigh colours. It's Michael Ostick. You might remember he got a blood bin in the first half. He was wearing number 19. Well, now he's got the number 35 shirt on, Michael Ostick. So there's your explanation. 6 tackles, so it was a handover. Here he comes, Michael Ostick, driving it in. He did have a head guard on as well at one stage, but he sort of ripped it off and threw it down. I don't think it was fitting properly, so he's as you were. Here's Spencer.
2. Move back. Jump. Wait. Go.
Golden.
3. Move. Wait.
This is
Go.
Briley. 13-6, Leigh lead. Tight game, tight contest.
4.
Big prize.
Move.
Final of the Northern Rail
Wait.
Cup awaits the
Go.
winners. In the moment, Leigh just about in the driving seat. Ridyard opposite on the inside again. Rolled forward by Spencer once more. 5 tackles gone. Here comes the last, 30 metres away.
Go.
Bezic. Briley. Or little grubber kick through as well, which is helped on by Little, well read by Johnson down there.
Oh,
Took a
that's a penalty.
He got a cup on the
Well,
back
I
of his
actually
head as
thought
well.
I thought he actually knocked Goulding at himself, like his own player out there for one moment.
Good effort by Greenwood. The backs are doing well here.
Well done.
Johnson's done well
He was
because
gone then as well.
seen that the Leigh player was offside, not square, so a penalty here for Batley.
We have said earlier in the call that their back three, you know, that they offer some strike for the Batley side, and we just saw that occasion there.
Come on, Tom, go around the
The
centre.
back three getting involved, getting quick play of the balls and earning a penalty. So really important there that the Batley, they need to be more productive now in good ball. They need to offer something in attack, ask some more questions, have some better shape about them, and come up with a positive outcome at the end of this set.
This is Davis.
2. Move.
Always makes them work hard and
Wait.
ask the questions. Flanagan now. Down this left-hand side. Into the line comes Greenwood.
Himself there.
Greenwood has got it away. There's a chance here. There's a try here, I think. Greg Johnson, did he touch it down? I'm not sure he
I'm
did,
not
you
sure
know.
he did either,
I'm
Dave.
not sure he did.
I want to check the
Nelly
ground.
may have rescued
But Ian
him.
Smith is the man to make the decision here. Video referee, big call, big call, Ian Smith.
Just looking at the grounding. Does he get it down? He certainly wraps it up. He doesn't ground it after, so it's... I need something from front, please. What about the main camera? Well, this low one here near the touch judge, this one might help. As long as Tom Hudson's not in the way.
It'll be 3 down.
All he has to do is touch the ground. Just jog that one back, please.
Yeah.
Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Yeah, go frame by frame.
This will be 3.
I don't think he does, you know, on that. I need something a bit sharper than that, please. This one. Really slow. I've got to try and get that there. So keep going, keep going, keep going. No, definitely not got that down. There's enough evidence there that shows that he's not grounded that. Run it through, make sure. Right, that's going to be no try. Tackle, is it tackle 4 that? Tackle 3. No try, tackle 3, Jamie.
All right.
Held up.
No try, held up. Tackle 3.
Well, that's got a big roar from the Leigh fans. And it was the right decision, wasn't it?
Was the right decision.
Absolutely.
Great play from Batley. Flanagan had a chance to run through a hole. You could have got a double-decker bus through. But eventually they did make the break. He should have switched hands to Johnson there and got the ball down in the corner for me.
Yeah, you're right there. You hit the nail on the head there, Brian. He had the ball in the wrong arm as he was going to score. He needed to be in the other arm, so he could have had the fend there and he would have scored the corner, no worries.
Well, how costly might that prove to be? Well, they've still a chance in this set, the Batley. Leigh will be desperate to keep them out if they can. Flanagan up. Out it goes. Moore with a kick towards that right-hand side where they've got the numbers. They've got a flyer. Have they got a try? Johnny Campbell has hurt himself in getting that touchdown. Landed heavily on his hip. But has he got the try? Offside, grounding, all those questions. It's Ian Smith again.
And is there a legal challenge in the air? Okay, so I'm looking for onside, offside. Knock on.
He paused it on his foot.
Right,
they're all onside. So
I'll tell you when we get there.
Let's go to the grounding, because if he grounds it okay, the challenge becomes irrelevant. So he catches it. Does he ground it? I need a separate angle. Different angle. Is that as good as we're getting? It looks... I can't see any separation there, so on that, but it... Need to jog that one back, please. It looks like there's separation there. That looks a different one that I've seen before. Need something a little bit different than that, please. Right, it's definitely no try. Let's have a look at the challenge now. Is it incidental? Because if he, you know, does it... So he's looking at the ball, he's looking at the ball. Is it that makes him go? Is it just the collision incidental? Just jog that one back, please. So he's going across. I think it's the bump. I'm going to go no try. I'm going to go penalty attack. Just think there's enough there for the penalty. Going that, he looks at the man. It's no try, penalty attack, 10 metres out, Jamie.
Okay.
Well, how is this one going to be greeted?
No try. It's a penalty on the 10.
So no try. Spectacular effort, wasn't it, by Johnny Campbell? But he has got a penalty. The challenge in mid-air. Enough of a challenge in mid-air from Ian Smith's point of view to give this penalty. So what do they do here? They've got to run in, haven't they? Got to run it. Of course they've got to run it.
Well, I think so.
From that angle especially. So there's the kick. Now just explain that.
So if it's a penalty,
out of play.
Yeah, they want a bit more space to attack for that.
Okay. Here comes Byron Smith.
So was he in the act of scoring when that penalty was given?
Well, you're talking about penalty try. Anyway, let's concentrate on this for a moment. Here comes Gareth Moore, trying to find a way through, but can't just at the moment. So Flanagan moves up at dummy half, so still a lot of tackles in the bag here. It's a lot of sets that Leigh have had to defend here on their own line. They seem to have been there for an awful long time. I mean, still watching video replays for a lot of it, but anyway, here they go. Flanagan puts it back on the inside. Keegan Hurst loves to get there when he's so close, but he's not going to get there now. What did Batley have to do? They're over the line, it's held up, so 3 times they've got over that whitewash. 3 times it has not been given as a try. But they still have a couple of tackles left. Here's Davis. Going to shrug them off and thinking about the offload. That's the 5th. Here comes the last. Picked up from dummy half. He's going to have a go here, Miles Greenwood. Let the ball go. Play on, says the referee. Still the 6th tackle. Keegan Hurst looks up, puts the kick in. First and last time he's ever kicked a rugby league ball. Then it breaks. It's almost taken on by Pownall. The referee says, what? Knock on. Knock on. And he's going to give Leigh the head and feed. Well, after all of that, Leigh survive. And they get the head and feed here, 20 metres from their own line.
Just signed passage of play there. They just... Keegan Hurst with his best kick of the season. He adjudicates that goes back. And There's a knock-on from Jay Walton.
Walton, rather, yeah.
1-3 play, was what it kicked. Stand off.
So all that pressure, and how much is that going to hurt Batley's psyche here?
Well, if they stay tough, then they're still in the right part of the field, and
there's still a
defence
chance.
is set.
There's still a chance.
Two video referees going against them, got over the line, couldn't get it down. Good defence from Leigh, and Leigh, having survived, are bringing it back with some real purpose here as well.
How many times have we seen in the game where there's a heck of a lot of pressure from one team on the line and the other team comes and does the counter punch?
Here's Ridyard halfway when he threads that kick downfield. It's a good one. The chase is really quick here from Thornley, and just touched out of play by Campbell, who decided too much of a risk to pick it up. And anyway, it would have probably ended up with the same thing, a drop out underneath the sticks, and Batley, having put all that pressure on, now find themselves under the cosh.
Was it Ridyard with the kick?
Yeah, it is.
He's kicked well tonight.
He's kicked very well tonight. He's found space a lot. And you just called it, Brian, you know, the team that's been under pressure, Leigh's absorbed, you know, a couple of sets on their own goal line, and they've just virtually gone the full length of the field there. Got themselves a really good outcome there. We've been rewarded with a repeat set. Great opportunity now then for them to post further points in this game. It's a great field position. Spencer now on the attack.
Tom Spencer. Bezic.
Have we seen Penkovic tonight?
He hasn't been on yet, hasn't been used.
Here's Michael Oster wearing that number 35. Ridyard pointing things out. Bezic picks up from dummy half. Here comes Spencer again. 2 games in a week, nothing to this fella. He played 3 in a week last year, didn't he? Wigan against Saints off the bench, North Wales against South Wales, and then he played for Leigh. 3 different teams in the same week. There's the kick.
That's too big.
Yeah, they're disappointed with it, but it's still a distance back here from Batley, isn't it? They're going to start with possession 10 from the road.
Well, they've got a clear plan and a clear structure. You can see that that's a set play. They're saying on play 3, if Batley are in our faces, we'll poke the ball through. We've seen it on a number of occasions, and Ridyard's kicking game's been good, Brealey's kicking game's been good, and if they're not that, they're working to a certain part of the field to put pressure on the Batley defence with certain players. I still think that's the element of Batley hoping for something to happen.
Here's foul. Pushed back by 3. Wriggles out. Referee screaming hell.
Go.
Well, Leigh, they're just going to rush into them here, aren't they? Really stepping up in defence, the home side, because they know they keep them here. They keep them here. It's the job done.
3.
Good carry.
Penkovic is about to come on the far side, by the way. You're asking, Brian? He's just about to come on. Here's Mennell. We are Leigh is a chant from the stands. And Batley know that it is a battle here tonight. There's still plenty of time to go, 23 minutes, but they can't afford to carry on doing things like that. A drop by Keegan-Hurst, head and feet for Leigh, and the home side having really tucked out a spell of defence.
Well, I'm not too sure that this is a knock-on from Miles Greenwood,
Yeah,
because he should catch that.
It was, sorry.
He's clocked off, and he's just clocked off. I think Leigh thoroughly deserve their lead at the moment in this game. It's certainly been the better of the 2 teams for me at this point.
I think Batley have had the better of the second half, but they've just, again, had a couple of opportunities that, you know, the Johnson missed.
Johnson should have scored.
Yeah.
No, that should have been a try. Again, it was not much play really going on. It was man on man on the short side, but luckily, you know, I think Fowle gets the offload away, and Johnson's got to finish that. Could come back to haunt them.
Here's Golden. Here's Bezic. Davis coming out of defence, and he's put a high shot on. High effort on Bates. Penalty for Leigh right in front of the sticks. A little bit of a discussion going on here. Penkovic has taken the tap quickly. So Leigh are in position, and Penkovic, who's only just come on the field, freshest pair of legs of them all here, helping it on to Ridyard. Back it goes, dummy shown by Brealey. Tries to slot his way through. So Penkovic again, 5 metres away. Ridyard this time. Off the left foot, arcing in. Batley's turn to hang on in defence here if they can. Penkovic picking up, sashaying to his right, dummy provided, but easy meat for Walmsley to grab a hold and put him down. So they're running out of tackles here, Leigh, at the moment. Back it comes to Ridyard. Ridyard offers it back for Golden. Golden puts his head down and tries to charge his way through. That's the fifth. Here comes the last. Penkovic, 4 men on this right-hand side, tries to thread it into the in-goal area, and it was just pushed away in the end by Gareth Moore. It'll be a drop rather from underneath the sticks.
Well, strangely enough, for the first time, that's the first time Leigh have been satisfied with 5 tries to build the pressure. The kick justifies what they came up with there, because they get another 6 here, but they had lots of numbers on the keep going and the shift play.
Paul really getting a little exercised on that far side, but I'm sure he knows that a final day is now within his side's grasp, but there's still 20 minutes left to play.
Plenty of time.
Loads and loads of time. Penkovic again. Here comes Bezic. Tackled by Mennel and Byron Smith in combination. Off stick. 3 goal. 3 to go. 15 metres away. Here comes a cavalry charge in red and white again. To this right-hand side, and Ridyard, and Davis came out with a very big hit.
Davis. Good read.
Needed to hold on, didn't he? Here's Golden. Walmsley puts the shoulder in. Davis is back there again. Keegan Hurst.
Certainly favouring this right side, aren't they, Leigh, in attack?
Here comes the final. Little passes of play in this set of 6. And they've got the numbers on that left-hand side. Oh, it's almost intercepted by Johnny Campbell.
Play on,
well, the referee says play on. He does say play on. Decided the ball had gone backwards.
Oh,
and what a get-out-of-jail card that was for Batley.
Absolutely, Dave. You called it get-out-of-jail. He has to make that. Oh, look out. What's happening here?
Campbell poked him in the face. You've been interfered with it to play the ball. Semi-final football, your brain gets scrambled. Look at him. Really's got himself a poke in the eye from it. They've got a break as well, haven't they, Batley?
Well, exactly. I mean, let's be honest, Johnny Campbell, he had to make that play defensively before, otherwise it was try time in the corner for Leigh. Plenty of space out that left side there. He comes up with it, makes a good half break, and he's get. Well, you know yourself as a coach, Brian, it's a pet hate, wouldn't it be, that you've got the ball, you give a penalty away with the ball? I don't know what's happened here in this tackle. He's obviously been annoyed by the way McNally's sort of...
I think he shouts LD and he's all over him. McNally's all over him. I thought it was brilliant. He just pokes him in the face.
Some
gets an Oscar.
Yeah, I was going to say some theatrics.
Second Oscar of the night.
McNally there, I think.
Is that he's pushed him in the face. Johnny has pushed him in the face before he's played the ball. So it's a penalty for that, okay? It wasn't held before, so that's why I've not called it. All right, okay, yeah. All right, okay, sit on there, just behind the 10. Wait for his net, we're going to go here.
So there's the explanation.
I think he was held, wasn't he, surely?
No, it was theatrical, wasn't it?
Very theatrical. That's ordinary.
He's all over him as well.
Yeah.
Davis,
Johnny Davis,
going over the top.
On a mission. Somebody needs to have a quiet one in his shell like that.
Here's Briley. Cross the line.
Oh,
Senses the gap. Wants to win the game for Batley here. Might just have won the game for Leigh here. But not quite yet, not definitively. The referee has put this up to Ian Smith again. It's another video referee. Are we going home tonight? Briley hopes that this is the moment that Leigh booked their place at Halifax. Ian Smith has the answer.
Checking the ground in. His momentum always takes him over, so it's definitely no double movement. Is there any separation on this? So he's still got it, still got hold of it. He's still got hold of it, and that's it. The ball's on the ground. That's a try. That's a try, Jamie.
Try given. Try given. And it's a big ask now for Batley to get back into this. It's going to be, potentially, if this goal goes over, a 3-score game. What a moment from Leigh's point of view this is from Ryan Briley.
It was a great break from him, wasn't it? Showed across the line. Moore gets slightly in front of the line, which opens up the hole, and he sees that hole and he's gone. Pins his lugs back, finishes the score. It's a great goal kick.
Great individual try from Briley. Showed a good turn of pace as well, didn't he?
Tomato. Braley, let's call the whole thing off. Here comes Ridiard. Always put that wide, has he? Tries to swing it back. Well, the dynamics of the game remains the same, actually, before that try was scored. Batley still have to score twice here.
I said it was an important goal kick. In theory, mentally, we've come away with one there, Batley, so it's no different for us. We still need 2 scores and 2 goal kicks.
17-6.
Is that Brierley's 3rd try? Really?
It is. It's a hat-trick try. A hat-trick for Ryan Brierley.
Wait, Dan. Wait. Go.
2 in the first half, 1 in the second. Just over an hour played. Still plenty of time in this cup tie.
3 and move. Hold.
Ridiard will kick from behind the 40, but that's academic as it falls plumb into the outstretched arms of Miles Greenwood, who runs it back beyond the 40-metre mark in his own half. And this is where Batley start from here.
Trapped in.
Well, they need something, don't they, here, Batley?
1.
Maybe not in this set necessarily, but sooner rather than later. Walton does well to keep a hold.
Did as well.
Wait. Go.
So have a go, big fella Byron Smith. Well, he's clattered 1, and it takes 2 or 3.
2, great carry.
Yeah.
Hands out.
Brilliant.
They've got him rolling forward again here. Here's Ben Black. Back it goes to Moore. Moore along to Farr. Farr with the defender right in his face. Was certainly thinking about getting the pass away, but that's all he could do. Dream about what might have been. Moore again. Davis away from the attempted tackle and brushes off another, and really strong again. Almost getting past Brierley. Well, they get past Brierley, but 2 more there. Here comes the last. They've gone blind on the 6th tackle with not that many options open to them. Will he get possession back again?
Look, for me, they look a little bit disjointed, a bit lost, a little bit disorganised.
He was going for a steal there, wasn't he, Gareth Moore?
I like Gavin Clinch style there, wasn't it? Yeah, I just think, I don't know, do you think, Brian, they're just looking like they're going through the motions a little bit in attack? There doesn't seem to be much structure to what they're doing, and like you're just hoping that someone's going to line break or create something, or...
I think their best chance is a little bit of second phase football, like a couple of offloads, maybe a pre-offload at the line, and certainly a kick play, but they just seem to be, as individuals, wanting somebody to do it instead of a collective. That's a great kick.
Ridiard's kick right between the fullback and the winger. And a big roar of encouragement for those Leigh players to get up there. But look at this for a return, not bad from Johnson. Certainly when you consider his starting position.
I'd be a bit disappointed there, if I was Martin Ridiard. I've come up with a fantastic kick like that, and it just hasn't been complemented with a great kick chase, and they let Johnson away out of there too easily.
Campbell up to the 40. Here's Greenwood now to carry on this back 3 pincer manoeuvre.
Carries from their back 3, hasn't
Again, the back 3 plays, and now they're in the good ball.
This is Black. Straightening up. Oh, trying to get the ball away.
The knee play on.
Fleming. Off his knee, the referee says. Fleming's allowed to get away with it. The rain is sweeping across at the moment. Brotherton.
Get to me.
That's the 5th. Here comes the last. Going to be big from Gareth Moore. Sweeping. It's not a night to be catching a ball, but it's been caught well enough by Pownall on that left-hand side.
He never looked like dropping it, did he?
A few bodies flying around in the back play.
Is there a case for a penalty there?
Wait.
I meant to Batley.
3 gone.
Move.
Short of the 20 still. 14.5 minutes to go. 11 points. The difference. It doesn't represent quite a match-winning lead at this stage. It might turn out to be the case, but not at this stage. Good hard carry forward by Bates.
That's 5.
Done all right, the young fellow, isn't he?
Done really well.
5, Ryan. 40.
Kick away by Ryan Brierley. Back goes Campbell. Campbell puts a foot on it. A bit of space in which to work here, a bit of space to run forward, but Leigh's defence is good enough.
Move. Go.
Finnegan was the man who made the tackle. Here comes Walton. Back on that inside, that angled run that we see on so many occasions. This is Johnson. Gets the ball away to Walmsley.
3. Move.
Well, they've earned an extra 8-9 yards there with that offload. Here comes Mennell. This is Worms. Fleming, rather.
4. Move on the line. Wait. Wait. Go.
Well, from dummy half, and this time Byron Smith. Oh, he's knocked it on. A little juggle as he took that ball. He's just tried to juggle it. And he's a lead player, presumably, so it's a knock on.
It's a scrum
Lee's
to
head
lead.
and feet here.
Yeah, it's bounced out, and then he's kind of regathered it, so it's classed as a knock on.
Pack your scrum and then
Lost
get
control of it.
You need. Thank
Right
you.
call from the referee.
Time off now, please.
It's let them down a bit tonight, Batley, at times, isn't there, the handling errors?
Discipline's good, mate.
And Bates is getting a bit of treatment here. That's why the hold-up.
Been really impressed with the league kicking game tonight. I think both shared well between Briley and Ridyard. I think both have kicked extremely well. Found space, good distance on their kicks.
Clock
A
on.
big part of their
Scrum
game.
lead. Out.
Here's Little.
Tackle 1. Move, Batley. Wait. Wait. Trapped in. Yeah, trapped. Wait. Go.
This is Penkovic, a dummy half again.
2. And move. Hold. Go.
Penkovic. Ridyard helping it on. McNally coming into the line
3.
here.
Release. Wait. Wait. Go.
Ridyard. Golden. Has he lost it?
Knock on.
Knock on, yes he has.
Get your energies going, Batley. This is your chance.
It's on Bate, by the way, not Golden. Do apologise. Anthony Bate was the man who lost that. So head and feet for Batley here.
Sort your form. Sort your hang on. Sort your formation.
Well, it remains relatively tense. Tenser still if Batley can turn this possession into points. Time is beginning to become the ally of Leigh. 12 minutes left to play.
2. Move. Wait. Go.
Mennell. Fleming. Daniel Fleming.
3.
Dual registration from Castlewood, of course. I'm sure we'll see him in the World Cup in October, November, playing for Wales. He's very highly thought of. Ben Black gets it on again.
4.
Well, 2 tackles to go here.
Wait. Go.
Chances are beginning to run out here for Batley, so a little chip over the top by Moore. It's a difficult one, and McNally decides that the best option there is just to bang it out of play.
I don't mind that play from Batley. There's still 11 minutes on the clock. Getting tired. Have a look at them. McNally he was stretching for that one in the end, wasn't he? The splits in mid-air.
It's actually a hamstring, that one, isn't it?
If he had one.
Do they need to score this set, Brian?
I think so.
Well, they're going to have 6 tackles inside their opponent's half, as long as they keep hold of the ball, of course. Not a given on a night like this. It remains greasy and wet. And nerves added to that little pot as well.
Get that into you.
That was a buff, wasn't it?
Wait. Go. Play on.
Play on.
Here's Black.
3. Move. Wait. Wait. Go.
Mennell. Rolling it left to Gareth Moore, who puts that kick in early in the count again. McNally's across there. He has to be careful that he doesn't slip out of play. And they'll be happy with that, Leigh, won't they?
I think so.
Wait, go.
Kick needed to be really, really in the corner to give Johnson a chance.
Surrender. Play. That's 2.
I don't think it was the right play early in the tackle count.
3. Move.
I think it's probably an indicator of where they've been attacking wise this evening. They've lacked any real sort of punch or vigour, you know, on the edge, any real shape, and they've probably relied on doing the kick option as their, or that second phase offload to create something.
5.
There's Littler just pushing his nose through. There's John Keir, who was up alongside us on the gantry not that long ago, but has gone down on the touchline in the last few moments of the game. The referee says it's still at the 6th tackle here. There's another unlikely kick from an unlikely kicker, Hopkins. Oh, it's not a bad one, actually. The bounce made it intriguing. Campbell had to do a job to make sure that he not only got it but stayed in the field of play. And here come Batley again. Ball's gone to ground. No advantage. So the referee sees that as knocked on.
He'll be disappointed with the ball control tonight, won't he, John Keir? He'll be frustrated. He'll be loose carry after safety. Was it Bretherton?
It was.
I thought it was a knock on an impact. That's why I give a scrum.
Alex Bretherton. What's he stopped the clock for here? Is it because, I think it's because the hooker's tying his shoelaces.
Ready?
They never gave you that courtesy, did they, Brian Noble, when you were playing? Well, you should imagine, can you stop the clock so while I tie my shoelaces? What reaction would you have got?
Stand up. Why didn't you stand?
Especially with some of those big, ugly so-and-sos around you.
Yeah, I think it would have been a bit of ridicule, to say the least. As well as a few fisticuffs saying, get on with it, son.
One! Move, JD!
Gardner's tackled. Leigh 5 tackles from here to have a proper go. Thornley again, taking it in.
2! Move! Wait, and
Penkovic. Here's Bezic.
3!
And you have to say, if Leigh do score again here, it will be a definitive moment in this cup tie, in this semi-final. Ridyard. The numbers through Finnegan. 10 away from where they want to be. Penkovic strolling up into position here. And then down that blind side, tries to play it. Pownall's tackled out of play. And they want that ball back quickly because they know the clock's against them here, Batley. And they packed out. What are we packing down? Here, there's the reason it's a scrum.
I'm not sure it's a great percentage play, that one.
I don't know what was on there. I don't think there was anything on there. Penkovic jumps short side. There's only a Pownall as an option on the outside. They had the defenders here to cover it. See a lot of the lead players were throwing their arms up as if to say, what are you seeing? What's happening there?
Don't do that, mate. It's a penalty.
There's Johnson. Well, it's going to take something special from one of these flashy fellas. And the referee had just shouted held there as Johnson was offloading, so that's why we go back. So then he can play it again.
Get back, get back. Clock on, 1.
Davis.
Surrender!
He's tried hard tonight, John Davis, hasn't he? He's put some effort there, hasn't he?
There's Byron Smith.
3!
So, yeah, been some good front rows on display tonight.
There has been. I've really enjoyed the battle in the middle tonight. I think both set of forwards have fronted up well.
Gareth Moore fancied he might have found a way through there, but he didn't.
I think the difference between the two teams is I think they've had more attacking prowess on the edge from Leigh, and the kicking game has probably been slightly better.
It's Bretherton.
Move! Wait! Go!
Moore, little gap open up there. He's hit it against the Leigh player. Another set. Leigh player played at it, the referee decides. So another set of 6. There's still an opportunity. Fleming takes it in. 7 minutes, just under, still to play. There's time. There is time. What about the inclination? What about the ability? Black. Ball's gone backwards. Moore throws it left. Here comes Aidan Farr. Farr spins away, props it up nicely for Johnson. Sees a bit of a gap to run in here. Johnson running it forward. 2 defenders, but he spins it away. This now is Mennell. Mennell takes it on. Just had his ankles tapped by Penkovic. So goes down. But 3 tackles to go. Batley are showing an inclination here. Here comes Rowe. Rowe drives it in. 10 metres away and 2 tackles to go. It's now or never from Batley's point of view, surely. Flanagan throws it wide. Back on the inside, who wants that? Flanagan picks it up, not sure it was meant for him. Then he'll take it to that line. He's through the line. Flanagan is over, is he? He's sliding in. He's just held up short. My word, how close. How close. And here comes the 6th. Mennell spins it back. Again, it's untidy. Picked up there by Greenwood. He gets it away. Here's Black. Black throws it out. The interception. The interception has given the ball away. Ridyard to gate the game. Left to Pownall. Back to Ridyard. Ridyard runs it on. Walton and hot for sure. Little chip back on the inside. And there's the try. And there's the game. And there's the cup tie. Matty Gardner scores to break Batley hearts. At one end they were inches away. At the other end they're celebrating glory. It's Leigh in the final. It's Batley, browbeaten.
Oh, what a try from the Leigh Centurions. Outstanding finish. Ridyard takes the intercept. He's away. I've got to give a rap to Johnny Campbell.
How well did Johnny Campbell do getting back to 3 people? There's the first against Ridyard that time.
Then he
gets Pownell.
Oh, fantastic skill, and then Walton gets back there to try and close the play, and Ridyard puts a kick. Oh, what a great effort from both teams, you know. Great attack from Leigh to finish that. Some great play, good execution of skill and vision and kicks, and then like the 2 defenders, you know, Johnny Campbell and Walton, they almost stopped it. Brilliant football.
And Paul Rowley's there on camera saying, oh, great set play. On my work.
Just as we worked it out in training on Tuesday night. Well, what an ending to a game. 4 and a bit minutes still to play, but that's it. That is it, surely. If Batley come back from this, one of the greatest comeback of all time, they're not going to come back from this. There's the kick between the uprights. What is that now? 23 points to 6. We've got about 4 minutes left to go, and this was a thrilling moment from Leigh's point of view.
So well. Deserved better, but it didn't get better because Leigh kept it like. You have to say, what about the touch and the kick on the fly as well? Really
brilliant. Like I said, it was a great skill on Shea there. But then equally some great effort in defence as well, and almost stopped the play. It was brilliant rugby league football. So another final appearance for the Leigh Centurions, Dave. How many Northern Rail Cup finals have they been in now?
Well, they've won 3. The last time they were there 2 years ago, of course, they beat Halifax. Again, I don't know if you remember that, but a really thrilling game.
It was the last couple of minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tom Armstrong with a late try.
Yep.
And that was a game they won against Halifax, and this one they're at Halifax in the final. And they'll be playing against Doncaster or some other team from South Yorkshire. Who else is still left in this one, isn't there?
The Sheffield Eagles, my friend.
Doncaster, Sheffield tomorrow. And Brian Noble's going to start thinking about his man of the match right now with about 4 minutes left to play.
Well, I'm thinking, and it's between 2 people. So, yeah, I think it's they've both been instrumental, but to score a semi-final hat-trick and to kick well as compliment Ridyard's great play tonight. But for me, the man of the match is Ryan Brealey.
Ryan Brealey.
Riley.
Is our man of the match. Brealey.
Tomato. Yeah. Riley, you're right.
We'll show you him in just a moment. Knock on.
Offside. That way. Offside.
There he is, Ryan Brealey, the lad from Cowiead City.
Penalty.
He's the man who wins our man of the match tonight. Horton Weavers. Have you heard of the Horton Weavers? No, you've never heard of the Horton Weavers. Sit down, lad. It's a great song. You'll be looking it up on YouTube when you're finished here tonight.
You know, Dave, I'm not sure he will.
Yeah, lines of mark.
What's that?
I'm not sure he will.
On the line.
Oh, you blokes cracked me up.
Hold and go.
So Leigh, in a moment. Well, this is the kind of the time of a game, a semi-final when you know you've got it won, that the players can enjoy it, but more than that, the fans can enjoy it now, can't they? They really are celebrating in the safe knowledge that they will be playing against Sheffield or Doncaster on July the 20th at Halifax in that Northern Rail Cup final.
The stressful times are semi-finals, you know, they sometimes don't play the way you want to do, but you have to say, I think from the practice field we've seen more from Leigh that they probably wanted to do than we have from Batley, but that doesn't make any difference. You know, you feel for the Batley players. It's terrible to be beaten in semi-finals.
Can you just go back a metre, please?
Going for goal here.
1 metre, please, to the line. Can we just go a metre, please, Alex, if you can step 2. Thank you, that's perfect, thank you.
Take his time here, Ridyard.
Jason, step back, please. Jason, go behind the line.
It's a good kick. It's a good kick, but it's not good enough. It's put wide. He certainly hit it with enough oomph. Did Ridyard, and he's just apologising to the Leigh fans and it's not put it over. It doesn't really matter. It's more an exercise in wasting time as much as anything else, wasn't it? Well, Batley needs something desperately outrageous, and that was an attempt at it from Gareth Moore. Dropped attempt to find touch.
Been a tough game on the quiet, hasn't it?
Oh, look, in the middle, it's been a real battle, I think. You know, both sets of forwards and front rowers from both teams have been getting into each other and made some good meters in their carries. Defensively, have got numbers in and been aggressive. And I think there's been plenty of effort from both packs. Like I said earlier, I think where probably Batley have fallen down is the quality of outcomes at the end of the sets haven't been good enough, and I think they've lacked ideas and offered much.
Oh, Penkovic wants some more here. Penkovic wants some more up from dummy half. Roll out of play. Desperately set at. Desperately set. Final act from Ben Black from Batley's point of view. But Leigh have been rejoicing this moment for a long, long time.